folks, welcome to the Dice Tower. I'm Sam.
I'm JT.
And this right here is our bottom 5. That is to say our numbers 10 through 6 of our top 10 strategy games for Christmas. And that means these are the games that we would recommend you go buy for your special someone if they do not have them yet already. It's hard sometimes to get that gamer the perfect game because they probably already bought it for themselves. But if they haven't, these are 10 from each of us. I'm going to say, are we going to have any crossover?
I don't know.
I think we're going to have a considerable amount of crossover.
Maybe one.
What?
I can imagine. I don't know.
24, 25?
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, we did narrow it down for newer stuff. So there could have been a lot of games we could put on this list from older years, 2023 and older, but we narrowed it down to 2024, 2025 so that it's newer games because I figured the likelihood of everybody having all of these.
Yep, there you go. Something on there's got to be interesting.
Yeah, something's going to be there. So that's what we're doing. Let's get to it. My number 10 is a game that I do not own because this guy owns it. It is a sci-fi version of a fantasy game that I played a while back. And when he brought his copy of Andromeda's Edge over, we played it. Pretty stinking fun. Pretty stinking fun indeed. They transferred that over into a space theme where you're attacking pirates and going and building monuments and all this other kind of stuff. It's really stinking fun. I don't own it because he does, but this is one that you could definitely surprise, dare I say, make somebody's Christmas. Andromeda's Edge.
That's funny. It's not on my list because I didn't think of it as a strategy game. Although it is, it's got plenty of strategy into it, but it's not on my list. So it's great that it's there.
We cast a wide net on purpose.
There you go. That's a fantastic game. Best game out of all 20 of these games, probably. But anyways, all right. So I ranked mine in how much strategy they had in them and how much I liked them kind of as a composite. So my number 10 is for the lighter gamers out there. If you have a lighter gamer in your family that likes strategy, this is a nice card set collection type of game, tableau building type of game called Forest Shuffle Dartmoor. Dartmoor is a great version of Forest Shuffle. It adds a little bit extra over the top of what Forest Shuffle has, adding the moors in and everything else. But in this game, you have a card row out in front of you that will shrink and grow as it goes, but you're basically building a tableau of trees and bushes and moors inside in your play area, and those are going to have all different kinds of birds and animals and mushrooms and things like that. And this game, strategically, it's really nice because every time you play, from start to finish, you will have very likely a different strategy based on what you start with.
Yep.
And if you start with, a couple of bats and everything else, bats and certain moors and stuff like that might be what you're looking for as you go. So it has a nice build. You don't really, you can continue to grow and add different things to your strategy as things go on. But it has a nice correlation of strategy as you go from start to finish of this game and what you're looking for and what you're trying to build upon, because whatever it is, 15 bats is a lot more points than 3 of 5 different creatures.
Yeah. Yep.
Or whatever else that might be. Whatever your strategy might be there. So that's my number 10, Forest Shuffle Dartmoor.
Yep.
It's a nice light game, fun tableau builder.
Yep.
There you go.
I absolutely agree with that. I would say it's also standalone. I do want to make sure that's
it's not a
It's not. It is not an expansion for Forest Shuffle. It is a standalone game. All right, my number 9 is it better be a crossover. I'm just saying that.
Okay.
Because if it's not a crossover, who are you and what did you do with JT?
It's fair.
Anyway, my number 9 is a game that I think really should win Game of the Year this year. And if it doesn't, something's wrong with our world. This is called Galactic Cruise. And this is one that if you buy this for your strategic gamer, they will love it. They will love it.
They will love it.
It is very Lacerda-esque. And what we mean by that, Vital Lacerda is very much known for his everything in the kitchen sink. It's going to feel slightly like work, but you're going to really enjoy yourself because everything works so well together. That's pretty much what Lacerda feels like whenever you play one of his games.
Yep.
And that's exactly what this is. But it's not his design, but it's very much like a lot of the games he designs. It's a very fun game where you're going to be building rocket ships that are going to be taking people on galactic cruises throughout the universe, stopping at different planets that have different kinds of excursions for the the outdoorsy people or the indoorsy people. And it just, there's so much going on. I'm not going to try to explain all of it. It's really fun and it works really well and it's very thematic. So go check it out. Galactic Cruise, my number 9.
Who doesn't want to go to a water park on Jupiter?
Right? I didn't even know Jupiter had water.
It doesn't probably.
It's a gas park.
We gotta bring it there.
Jupiter.
Yeah.
I don't know that I want to go to a gas park.
All right. It's a good one. All right. My number 9. I had to give some love to this game because it is quite a lot of cool mechanics in it, and I really do like it. And this is Tiny Epic Game of Thrones. If you have a Game of Thrones fan in your life that likes strategy, that likes area control, that really likes Game of Thrones and likes that combat and that whole thought process, Tiny Epic Game of Thrones is a really good adaptation of that. It has some really cool mechanics. Obviously, you're taking on one of the great houses. You can make alliances with houses that are neutral, which is really cool. So you can have neutral troops helping you until somebody else kind of entices those neutral troops to work for them instead. Yep. So the alliances in here, just like you'd figure in Game of Thrones, they're pretty weak.
Winds are always changing.
This has a really cool system where you're rolling dice, and then it has a drafting system on the dice. So whoever gets to go first, they draft last. Everybody else gets to draft 1 dice. And then the first player gets to take whatever 2 dice are left. They get to play one of those on a common grid. Everybody can take the action of the dice, and then that person that plays it also gets to take the extra action on the place that they place it on the grid. So there's a lot of interaction in here. If I really want to move troops, but I know you want to move troops, and I may not want to do it in a sequence where you get to move your troops into a spot that I need to do something else. I mean, there's a lot of interaction here and keeping everybody out. There's also a cooperative mode where you face off against the Night King and his hordes of zombies or whatever you want to call them. This is a great game. It's really cool. It has a great drafting system. That's what it is. Tiny Epic Game of Thrones.
How small is the box?
Is my favorite Tiny Epic
tiny
game.
Box?
It's about the same size as Wine Cellar there, so.
Oh, okay. So it's a little bit too big for a.
It might be too big to stick in a stocking.
But I don't know if you got big stockings.
That's right. Buy bigger stockings.
Buy bigger stockings.
It's a great stocking stuffer. There you go.
There you go. That's a good one. All right, my number 8 is also another game that I've only played once, but boy, did I enjoy it. And I think it would be a great thing for somebody to go purchase for your little strategic board gamer. And this one is called Shackleton Base, A Journey to the Moon. My original interest in Shackleton Base was the name. I thought I was drawn to it because it was going to be one of those kinds of excursions like Shackleton to the Antarctic, where there's troubles and you're going to have to figure out how to get there and accomplish your mission. That's not it at all. That's not it at all. Basically, you're just trying to build up this base on the moon, and you're using the abilities of these different corporations in order to accomplish that goal. And how well you do that is how many points you're going to score. Whoever has the most points is going to win. It's a really neat thing, though, because if I'm not mistaken, this is the one where the corporations that are used in the game can change.
Sure.
And so that changes how each game plays, depending upon the combination of corporations that you're using. Really fun game, highly thematic as well, and it's got a lot of really interesting crunchiness to it and figuring out this puzzle over that puzzle and making this one work better than your opponent's doing. So I really enjoy this one. It's really fun. Shackleton Base, A Journey to the Moon, my number, what is this, 8?
Nice pick.
8, yes.
Putting all the big, beautiful, crunchy ones right on the top.
The strategy games list, man.
All right.
This is the heavy stuff.
Nice. Yeah, it is heavy stuff. It should be heavy stuff. It's hard to have strategy in something that's super light.
Super light.
But anyways, all right. My number 8 is a really cool game that if your family or your whatever, your loved one, your whatever, significant other, your brother, your mother, whoever wants to play this. Your mother might want to play this too. Who knows?
Mama wants to play it.
If she's a fan of Timothy Chalamet and the new Dune movies, she'll want to play Dune: War for Arrakis.
I don't know if that's exactly true, but it's a great game.
That's right. Dune: War for Arrakis is an awesome game. It's kind of interesting because these two games ended up next to each other, and they both have a similar dice system where you're rolling the dice, you're placing the dice on your board, and that's going to initiate what kind of actions you can do. But there's a lot of strategy here. You're either taking on the Fremen or you're taking on the Harkonnen. And the Harkonnen are trying to protect their cities, trying to get their spice harvesters out there to take all the spice out of the land.
Don't make them sound like good guys. Come on now.
That I didn't say good guys.
They're trying to protect
Strip
themselves.
mine the land. How's that?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's right.
That's right. They're bad dudes, and they're trying to take advantage of the planet, while the poor little Fremen, in their small armies and their little hidden groups, are trying to protect it and destroy the harvesters and all that kind of thing. It's a very strategic game. The places you go, nothing happens like in an instant, right? So you're really moving troops and thinking and everything else. And the Harkonnen can go attack the CH and take them out. And there's just a lot. This is an awesome representation of the movies and of the books, whatever else, but of the IP itself. So Dune: War for Arrakis, big, gorgeous production, amazing to look at, amazing to play. That's my number 8.
Very good pick. Well done. All right, my number 7 is a game that is one of the only games that I actually enjoy enough. I enjoy a lot of the games from this company, but this is one of the ones that I enjoy enough to where I will actually recommend you go get it. I really enjoyed Wingspan, but I'm not that much of a bird watcher. You throw dragons into the mix, now you got me, because now it's actually cool.
Nice.
Wormspan is the one, and
Wormspan's the one.
Another thing on top of this is that Wormspan is a little bit more. I wouldn't say that it is that much more complex than Wingspan is, but it's got a couple of more things going on that make it more interesting. But for some people, it might make it a little bit more complex. But it's just more interesting, in my opinion. You're growing your dragons, you're hatching your dragons, you're growing your caves, you're doing a whole bunch of different stuff, kind of like in Wingspan, but it's just cooler and it's different, and I enjoy it. So if you like span games from Stonemaier, this is my favorite, and if you like games like I do, then that might tell you something, but Wormspan is a great, fun little game. And I enjoy it a lot, so I'm going to recommend it. If you haven't got it already, go give it a shot. My number 7, Wormspan.
Nice. Good pick. Wormspan's a great game. All right, my number 7 is one of my new loves this year. And I love the theme of this. I love the strategy that goes into it and the thought process, and trying to get Frodo to Mount Doom in Lord of the Rings, the Fate of the Fellowship.
Fate of the Fellowship.
It's a chore, and it's a thought process, not a chore, but it's getting him there. It's very thematic. This is a very thematic. Pandemic games are always quite strategic on what do we fix, what do we not fix, what do we let go, there's a whole balancing act, because on your turn you don't get to do huge, enormous moves, right? You're incrementally moving as the enemies are incrementally moving, and it really gives that feeling of tension across the board. Are we moving the right place? Are we trying to get the rings to Frodo right? Are we trying to, whatever else is Galadriel, keeping the orcs out of, Mirkwood, whatever it might be. There's a great game here. It's a beautiful production. It's a great representation for Lord of the Rings fans. It's not a highly complex game. It is a difficult cooperative game, but it's not highly complex. It's easy to get to the table. It's easy to set up after your first couple times. The setup is a breeze. And this is a really cool game. So I really love I don't know why I put a bunch of IP stuff on here, but I think people like IP stuff. And if you like Lord of the Rings,
for Christmas,
or if your family likes Lord of the Rings,
yeah.
Lord of the Rings: Fate of the Fellowship is a great game.
It is, absolutely. Early on, I heard people reporting about this, that it wasn't as thematic as they wanted it to be. And after I played it, I'm like, what are you thinking?
Yeah, what are you thinking? What are you playing?
What in the world? Because it's such a thematic experience for the IP. And there's just enough similarities to the within the pandemic system that there's just enough familiarity with. You understand what's going on and what happens to happen next.
Yep.
But it doesn't feel like a pandemic game.
It does not feel like a pandemic game. It doesn't really.
But it uses all of those mechanisms. It uses that system, but it doesn't feel like a pandemic system at all.
Very true.
Really cool. Very good pick. My number 6, last one for this segment, is going to be a game that I had my eye on for about 2 years as it was being marketed at conventions that I was going to, and I love the artist, so it was always catching my eye. But Luthier finally came in. A buddy of mine got his Kickstarter copy, came down and taught JT and I. We really enjoyed the game. My copy, the base copy, not the deluxe version that Doug has, but that's a little sad face. But it's still a good game, even the retail version of the game still has a lot of really nice bits in it. Just the deluxe version is like over the top cool. But anyway, Luthier is such a fun game. It is a little bit heavier than I usually like my games, but I also want my games to be very aesthetically pleasing, and that's what this is because of that artwork that I really enjoy. Anyway, it's got a lot of really smooth systems in it. You're basically just making instruments that are going to be used in different opera houses, or rather actually the opera house, in different seats, and where you can get your instruments to go, and how well they play and sound. That's going to score you the most points. Such a fun game. There's a lot going on. It's not as hard as it seems just looking at it, but there is a lot going on. And I think if you get this for your special someone, they're going to flip because it's that beautiful of a game.
Yeah,
it's my number 6, Luthier.
It's a good one. My number 6, I'm going to show some love for because it needs to be more well known around our hobby. I don't know why. I feel like this one kind of went past everybody, and not a lot of people talked about it. But this is a really cool game for anybody that likes worker placement games. If you have a family member that likes worker placement games, whatever, Phoenix New Horizon is a really, really cool game. Where you are basically, each of you has your own player board. You have these regenerators that you need to get out. You're basically coming out from your bomb shelters and everything else in a post-apocalyptic world, and you're trying to put these regenerators out and trying to get buildings back on the surface. All of that's really cool. There's some area control stuff on it, slight area control stuff on it, but more map placement type of stuff than area control. But it has a fantastic worker placement system where your workers can level up on these 4 different tiers of worker placement items, and the timing of when do I level somebody up, should I level somebody up, should I spend the extra money to level them up, the timing of all of those kind of things, along with the tracks that that you're working with the factions to go up these little tech tracks. And get bonuses. There's a lot of crunchiness in here. There's a lot of meatiness in here. There's a lot of good decisions in this game. This is a fantastic worker placement game. And it's quite smooth. I mean, when you first look at the board, it's not that smooth, but it's quite smooth. And the turns are not long, but they're thoughtful, and the strategies are good. So my number 6, Phoenix New Horizon. Everybody should check it out.
It's almost like if tech trees and worker placement had a baby. That's what it
maybe.
feels like, because that board
Worker
where you're placing your workers is kind of like a tech tree in and of itself, because when your worker graduates up to that next level, he can do some better stuff. Then there's another level past that. It just felt like that to me. I really enjoyed it, though. That's a good pick.
And I know that I shouldn't talk about other channels, but Rado actually put this in
like
his
Rahdo.
top.
He's a good guy.
I know, I like Rahdo too. He put this in his top 100. Kudos to him. It deserves to be there. It's an awesome game, and I'm glad that he picked it up for that too. So
That's a good one.
That's my number 6, Phoenix New Horizon.
Good pick. All right. Well, that is that. Our bottom 5, numbers 10 through 6 of our top 10 games to purchase, strategy games to purchase for Christmas this year.
That's right.
So get out there to Amazon. No, go to your friendly local game store first. And if they don't have it and can't get it in time, then go to Amazon, because you'll probably be able to find it at Amazon. Anyway, right now you can go on to the Flipside and catch our top 5 strategy games to buy for Christmas. And you can do that right now. There's a link in the description below. Leave us a like and subscribe here. Drop us a comment, then head on over there and we'll thank you for it.
Everything he said, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. See you on the flip side, folks.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you liked this review or whatever you just watched, wasn't it amazing? Check out our channel, Dice Tower. We have all kinds of things. We review games, we do top 10s, we play games live. It's all about board games, but especially the people who play them. Check out Dice Tower YouTube channel.